Without objection. So ordered. And I now recognize Representative Sherman.
Thank you. I'm going to spend about 1 minute on what everybody else is talking about because I think it's already been covered pretty well. I think the chair gave a great statement as to why we shouldn't be doing this. And then we have the president gets us a 15% cut on everything Nvidia sells, or a lot of what they sell. I'll ask our panel here, should we sell F-35s to China if we get a 15% rake off for the U.S. Treasury? Does anybody think that's a good idea? I'll just, yes or no answer.
Terrible idea.
Have not heard of that.
We should not.
Easy question. And the former chair points out all the money and power that is against us here. But there's an area where there's even more money and power, and that is the basic issue of AI's domestic use, its development. There was a letter signed by, I believe, Elon Musk and many other luminaries back in March of 2023, calling for a pause for 6 months in AI development at the advanced levels. Think of all the money and power. That thing died right away. Now, in history, there are many occasions where you focus on your traditional, understandable enemy and then get sideswiped. We saw this with Byzantium and Rome, Byzantium and Persia fighting just to have the Arabs take over. We saw the Inca Civil War when they should have noticed that the Spaniards were coming. And we, of course, are very comfortable talking about how to take on China. We do that in this room all the time. They're our traditional enemy, at least now. And we fail to focus that the bigger risk is AI itself. We have a situation where, for the first time ever, there's going to be a greater intelligence than human intelligence on the planet. The last time there was a new level of intelligence is when our ancestors said hello to Neanderthal. It did not work out well for Neanderthal. And trillions of dollars are being spent to make AI more powerful. I've been talking about this for 25 years. You think that I sound weird now? You should imagine what people thought when my staff told me to stop talking about this 25 years ago. So the power, there's no way we're going to pause AI research. Trillions of dollars and China are two reasons. The question is whether AI will be a tool, in which case it'll still be pretty dangerous, just as fire or nuclear technology is dangerous, or whether we're going to allow AI to become a creature, an entity with its own objectives, its own ambitions, self-awareness. Now, the proponents of AI tell us they're doing research to make AI controllable, and then when you look at what they're spending money on, it tends to be a PR effort, or they're focused on data security, which is important but not existential. But they're not really focused on the issue that is raised by this book, which I commend to everyone, but the title tells them all: if anyone builds it, everyone dies. Why superhuman AI would kill us all. I don't think anyone here can be confident that if AI were self-aware, that it would decide that it liked us. So we've got a good panel here. Trillions of dollars are being spent to make AI more powerful. Can any of you identify a program, an institute, that is working right now to monitor for and prevent AI self-awareness and ambition? Go with.
No.
My sense is that there's a number of certainly nonprofit organizations focused on this, in addition to the research efforts that you mentioned going on in a lot of the labs.
Can you name one that you think is doing a good job?
I didn't bring a list of organizations. I'm just saying that.
I'll ask you to furnish one for the record then.
All right.
And I'll go to a third witness.
I can't name one. I do personally believe the most important decisions in this space are going to be made by the corporate actors themselves who lead these companies and by the U.S. government that will have to decide where to draw policy lines.
Well, the U.S. government has already made apparently the decision to send the most advanced chip to China as long as we get a 15% rake off the top. And that's the entity that's got public interest at heart, at least to some degree. Nobody makes their stock price go up by saying we're going to spend 1% of revenue to prevent AI from being self-aware and ambitious. I would commend to my colleagues, I've introduced a bill, and I could really use some co-sponsors, and it's called the AI Research and Threat Assessment Act, that gets the National Institutes of Standards and Technology, NIST, to begin programs on how to monitor for and prevent AI from becoming self-aware, ambitious, having its own goals. Because while some of the people worried about this talk about stopping AI research, that isn't going to happen. This hearing illustrates that. The only way we avoid what this book is talking about is if we get the benefits of AI, but we make sure that it is not self-aware or does not have its own objectives, and I yield back.